Third down and 9. Indeed they do. 3 rush, 8 back, and still Brady finds Branch wide open for a touchdown. 8 guys back, and Branch got that free.
Second and goal at the 5. And this is the 9th consecutive run on this drive, and it produces a touchdown with a great lead block from Dane Frank. 5-yard touchdown run. The Steelers have scored 33 unanswered points.
It's straight, it's drifting, and it's good. I'm showing 3 seconds left.
Second and goal at the 1. Lossman fires in the end zone. Oh man! Touchdown! Jason Peters, the tackle-eligible play. And that must be Sam White somewhere up there calling that one.
Third down and goal, Troy Aikman, where would you go?
Well, I like play action down here, Joe, but when you look at their personnel on the field, 3 wides, I wouldn't be surprised if they go draw to Julius Jones.
Gonna flip it up. Keyshawn Johnson makes the catch for the touchdown.
They need just over a yard. Got it. And more. Cadillac. Off to the races. Welcome to the NFL, the other rookie for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 71 yards on the run to seal the victory.
These are written off for the year, because they lost his first game. And here's another pick. And it's Gary Brackett. That's his 3rd.
And this one's for a touchdown.
I said, if we're going to win, we're going to have to get the ball to the wide receivers.
First and goal at the 1-yard line. The big bull Duckett. Touchdown.
That padding, it will actually harden to dissipate the force of that blow to try and give him some more protection on that sternum.
Third down and 6. McNabb looking for anyone downfield. Doesn't want to run, and he fires, and he finds Terrell Owens wide open, and Owens is going to score. How about that? 68 yards, McNabb to Owens.
Third down goal at the 6 for the Colts. Carthon remains in the backfield for Edgerrin James. 17th play of the drive that started at the Indy 12. Carthon straight ahead. Touchdown.
From 41 yards away. And he's got it! And Denver's got the lead.
Number 78, Jonathan Goodwin, is checked in as an eligible receiver, so a 3rd tight end along with Baker and Jolly. This is a first and goal from the 1. Jets looking for the cushion. Fake the handoff. Pennington throws for the touchdown. Gerald Soule. And a flag down.
Holding. Defense number 55. Penalties decline. Touchdown.
The touchdown stands. Pennington to Soule.
Out about your offense and defense. I mean, this is what good offense is when you can make plays in this situation. Good defense is when you can stop those plays.
From the 30. Brunell going deep for Moss again. He makes the catch. And Santana Moss for a touchdown. Wow. And again, it's Glenn and Williams on the coverage. He beats the same 2 guys.
Unbelievable.
It is good.
He makes this. Vinatieri with the kick from 43 yards, and he does it again. with 1 second.
Unbelievable.
Second down 7. Let's see if Cincinnati goes here. And Palmer wide open. Chad Johnson. And did he cross? He did for his second touchdown today. A 40-yard toss.
LT. Touchdown. They wanted to use him more. They have used him early, often, and plenty. They'll go back. It's good. Got it. The Redskins go to 3-0. Quarterback out there in Brian Dawkins. That's picked off. That's exactly what the Eagles needed. Sheldon Brown will walk in for the touchdown. Play action. McNabb gets out of trouble and flips for the touchdown to Smith. And McNabb showing great feet, good agility, bad groin at all to avoid trouble. And able to get that pass away to L.J. Smith, who has his second touchdown of the year. We said it last year during the Super Bowl. This may be the best run organization in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, from the front office to the head coach.
Now it is the 8th play of the drive. Second down and goal at the 1. Adams remains, this time on the left side. And McGahee slithers in for a Buffalo touchdown.
And again, I couldn't see Dallas putting it to Philadelphia like that.
Smith fumbles, recovered by Larry Triplett of the Colts.
And again, that is ball security is always #1 priority for a quarterback. You can jump, you can do at this point in the season.
And I don't think it's all because of Julius Jones, and I don't think it's all because of the play of the offensive line. It just seems that each play when they've run the football, particularly last week, one guy was having a mistake. Bledsoe with plenty of time, end zone. Glenn for the touchdown.
Only one series, and they ended up scoring on a field goal. And then they went away from it.
5 wides. Maddox. Intercepted. It's Rasheed Mathis to win it for Jacksonville.
And all the records for anyone to ever play in the league as a receiver undrafted.
He is a lot like Hines Ward. He's tough, he blocks, and he always plays with a chip on his shoulder because he figures this could be it.
Back to Bell, balls in for the touchdown.
Tenth play of the drive. It began back at the 40-yard line. Second and goal at the 4.
1 second differential. Milk that thing down.
2 tight ends. Ward is on the move. Fighters in the backfield with Bettis. Roethlisberger caught. Hines Ward. Touchdown. A 4-yard strike with a little Chad Johnson Texas two-step to boot. Roethlisberger has thrown his second touchdown pass today.
Another 40-yard attempt. And it's blocked. And picked up. This could go all the way. Matt Ware. Touchdown. If they throw it in the end zone.
Manning looking. Here comes the pressure pass.
Catch is made. It's Toomer again against the Broncos like he did back in '98.
Defense can't see him. And then he's just looking for that little crack. And there shouldn't be too many cracks in it.
Following his fullback, Justin Griffith. Tight formation here on 3rd down and goal from the 1. And Vic's going to throw. At least he starts to throw. And then he's going to take it in. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. You never know with him. He's going to throw. He's going to run. He's going to throw again. And then he runs it in for a touchdown.
A gain of 34 for the Cowboys. Well into Arizona territory now. Marion Barber up the middle. A first down and more. And a touchdown for Marion Barber. Boy, you talk about striking fast.
Gus Farrat in the shotgun. They need to go to the 6 for a first down. Here's Farrat in the end zone. Touchdown. Chris Chambers.
Great call by the official. I hate it when those guys are right all the time. And they're usually right. First down and goal at the 1. Rudy Johnson. And he gets in. And they're on their feet in Baltimore. Palmer out of the shotgun, the shovel pass. And it is a touchdown. Tap Perry. 3rd down goal at the 3. Big play here. 12th play of the drive. It started at the Cincinnati 9-yard line. Ravens need to keep these guys out of the end zone.
Bober with the tackle eligible. 3 tight ends with Dunn in motion. Larry Johnson diving in for the lead. And yes, he got it. And no time remains, and that's it. And Kansas City has won with the extra point in waiting.
This is Wayne. 2nd and 10. And Peyton using all of the clock. Out of the pocket. Going deep. He's got his main man, and that's Marvin Harrison for the touchdown. 30 yards as he hits number 88 for touchdown. Number 88 between the two.
2nd down and 6.
Manning. Pump fake to Marvin Harrison wide open. 6 points.
Gus, look at this guy work. Woo.
Number 18 is no joke. That's Archie's kid. The older boy.
That's his older son.
A 60-yard attempt to win the game. And the kick is going to be well short. And that's the way it will end. And for Bill Parcells, I mean, think, he gets up, he drives to bury his brother at 7 o'clock in the morning.
To overtime. Wide to the right. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road have pulled into a first-place tie in the NFC South with the Carolina Panthers. The Buccaneers defeat the Falcons by the score of 30-27.
2nd and goal here for the Colts, who have scored on every possession but one today. But look at Cincinnati, nearly matching them. 2nd and goal, and it's Edgerrin James, and he is in. Touchdown. 15th play of the drive, and another Colts score.
What a drive by the Colts.
24 yards for the win. Kick by Elam. It is good. Denver wins it.
He doesn't expect to turn it around in one game, in 1 week, or in one season. But he understands that if we do it the right way, when we get it turned around, it's going to be that way for a lasting period of time.
He's also got a 5-year contract, which helps. Big hole. It's Williams. Ricky Williams to daylight for the touchdown. 34-yard rip. And just like that, Miami increases its lead.
All three Philadelphia possessions have started inside Green Bay territory. They lead 3-0, and Westbrook carries it. Nice run, looking for more. Looking at the end zone, touchdown. No flags.
But he's a guy that's just now started to get into his own.
His career really took off once he came to New Orleans. Was in the CFL for 2 years, played in Kansas City, but was a seldom used backup for 4 years. Brooks throws another strike. Stallworth, touchdown.
Oh, what a great move by Stallworth at the end of this play. But do you know what something that happened in this play, Joe? They had time, because there is no crowd noise, he had time to audibilize out loud, had everybody move and get in position.
The Indianapolis Colts, highest scoring team in the National Football League. As we say, threw up 45 last week at Cincinnati, 31 in the game before that, 40 at New England on a Monday night 3 weeks ago. And Manning will go right to the air, and Manning going for 6, and he has a wide open Harrison, and that's the way the undefeated Indianapolis Colts begin the game with an 80-yard touchdown as Harrison runs right by Ike Taylor.
Carson Palmer with a very quick move, and he's going on top for Hushmanzada. He's got it for a touchdown. Yards away from the century mark, rare to do against Pittsburgh. Here he goes on the outside at the 10, the 5. He is in the end zone. Another touchdown for Rudy Johnson and the Bengals. They ran right at the Steeler blitz.
Vrabel is in, Ashworth are in on the offensive line. 2nd and goal, and the handoff for a touchdown run, and Corey Dillon slamming through, runs it in, his 8th touchdown of the season.
Ivy very well, teammates in Tampa Bay
During their Super Bowl run and Super Bowl victory.
Faison in the backfield, Owens the fullback. Seatric Faison is in for his 3rd touchdown of the season.
Out of the locker room. Right now the Carolina defense has to come through. Cadillac Williams back on the field. On 3rd and 9. It's Williams. Cuts it inside. He goes in. Touchdown.
Yards after contact.
Another great run by Cadillac Williams. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have opened up a huge lead on the Carolina Panthers.
Harding, Kendall Simmons doing a good job. That's the strength of this offensive line right now. The concern was out there on the tackles, but as a group, they played a tremendous game so far against the Bears.
Harding to the Pro Bowl last year. Faneca went to the last 4 Pro Bowls. 2nd down and goal. They go to Bettis again. Bettis gets hit. Still driving. Touchdown!
Colquitt on the hold, and the kick on its way. It is wide of the mark, and the Cowboys have won it.
Third wide receiver, Gibbons to the lower part of your screen.
Tony chased out Tom Ashworth from the fullback spot.
They listen to me every now and then.
Right going in motion. And there is Brady, flips it. And a touchdown, nice. Corey Dillon. And Corey Dillon with a drop kick into the crowd. His 2nd touchdown of the game. They spread the defense. They got it to the running back after a long delay. And another score, 27-0 New England.
3rd and 5. Miami looking to cash in. Shotgun for Rock. Steps up. Fires. Touchdown. Chris Chambers. What a tear he is on.
Left side, over here, or do they find this tight end, Jeremy Stevens?
Backside, wide open Jackson. Can he get in? Yes! Touchdown Seahawks. Perfectly executed play.
It's instead of first and goal at the 6, it's first and goal at the 16. Draw play. Here's Rudy with a lane. Touchdown.
Kennison, the triumvirate of receivers for the Chiefs, a 13-yard penalty. Johnson in the backfield. 5 in the secondary for the San Diego Chargers. Jamal Williams back on the defensive line. 1st and 10. Green. Larry Johnson through Fletcher and down the sideline. High-stepping it in and a touchdown.
See, they'll be out at Seattle later today, and tough time for the Indianapolis Colts.
Intercepted Carlos Dansby, and he scores. He had an 18.
The kick by Bryant is good with 15 seconds remaining in overtime. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers win the game by the score of 27-24. The Falcons' dreams of heading for the postseason have come to an end.
This is where they catches everything. This is a little bit of that no man's land. Is it 4-down territory? Do you try the extra long field goal?
8 out of 11 on 3rd down. Great success for them. Bowler. Mason. Touchdown.
Oh, does he run a sweet move on Anton Winfield. Great blocking. Terrific patience by Kyle Bowler. Wonderful route by Derek Mason to sell him on the stop and go.
And Derek Mason with 8 catches for 92 yards and just going.
The one thing they can hang their hat on is that they have 5 players from the defensive unit going to the Pro Bowl, the most since 5 went from the 1985 team. Michael Bennett with a big burst. Michael Bennett in a foot race. Turns it on. And Bennett will score. No flags down. 61-yard touchdown run by Bennett.
We now travel first class. We eat first class. We're like a real NFL team. It's kind of a shot at the former management.
Green underneath to D. Brown. Brown touchdown. D. Brown with his first touchdown as a Chief.
Close encounter of the wrong kind with the goalpost.
2nd down and goal at the 9. Davis a receiver. Dwight and Childress receivers.
This'll do it.
Castle to the end zone. Caught! It's a touchdown! The tight end, Benjamin Watson. Can you believe this? With no time in regulation and the 2-point try in waiting. Castle for the tie, and that's it, and Miami wins it. The Dolphins win their 6th consecutive game. It is their first 6-game winning streak since '92, their best finish to a season since '85. They end the season 9-7, but out of the playoffs. New England is the 4 seed. They finish 10-6. But what a terrific game.
Let's see if they can hold.
You look at Rob Morris, the leader of that defense out there right now. This is an attitude stand.
4th and goal. And the ball game in Indy. McCown. No signal yet from the officials.
After review, the ball carrier did not break the plane of the goal line. Ball was fumbled, recovered by Indianapolis. Touchback. First down.
This is Matt Vasgersian for Neil O'Donnell saying so long, Happy New Year from Indy.
Nick Harris punts it away. Randall L. is deep. He'll take it at the 19. And there's a lane. Randall L. 1 man to beat. And he beat him. No flags down. 81 yards. Bettis, is he in? Yes. 3 touchdowns on the day for Jerome Bettis.
Off. Back-ended defensive tackle. 5 minutes into the game, it's 1st and goal. The fake to Jacobs. Manning on a roll. Manning looking for the end zone. He's in there. Touchdown.
Well, you got Jeremy Shockey cranked up. You got Marcus Colston going. You got a free shot here.
And down the sideline. Caught by Henderson, and he is into the end zone.
Offside, the defense, penalty at the time, resulting play is a touchdown.
The first catch of the day for Devery Henderson is an 84-yard touchdown.
And really, it's a brutal effect on running backs. Why not get one that comes into the league that doesn't have 1,000 touches in his college career?
3rd down and 5 at the 16. Welday Moore checks in at running back. Roethlisberger over the middle, caught, touchdown. Wow. Hines Ward again, 16 yards, and the Pittsburgh Steelers continue their destruction of the Houston Texans.
They think he's a playmaker, a guy that can do it on the other side of the line.
Sammy Morris is in the backfield now. The fake to him, Brady, with time, hit as he throws the ball. That is complete. Randy Moss, and Moss lost the football.
And Tom Brady got hit right on the knee. He got hit right on the knee. Kansas City came up with the ball, but that's not the story. Tom Brady took a tremendous hit as he released that ball right on his left leg.
Now 3rd and 8, and the Chiefs defense trying to hold. Castle to the end zone. Touchdown! Randy Moss.
Hobbling the snap, Delhomme into the end zone. And it's caught by Dante Rosario at the back of the end zone. And the Panthers win the game. Stunning.
Mix with Lindell White. The Titans got something special. A lot of NFL teams going to the 2-back rotation.
Solomon, that's the reality now. You've got to have 2.
Gotta have to. I agree.
After the timeout, Young throws it.
Low throw. Johnson dives. Touchdown. What a play by this kid, Chris Johnson. Even Vince knows the ball wasn't thrown well. It was a lot of work to make the catch and then to keep the balance and extend it into the end zone by Chris Johnson. A phenomenal play. He is the weapon. In my mind, a budding star here.
Good starting position here for the Jets from the 44. Vernius Coles is not in. Great play action fake. Favre going long for Cotchery. Cotchery hauls it in at the 10, and he is in for the touchdown. What a fake by Favre.
Yeah, and I think what you'll notice from this defense, and the biggest change is speed. They've got a lot of speed on this defense, and they're going to play hard, and that's something that Marinelli's preached all offseason and in training camp. Let's give maximum effort every play.
Ryan back for his first NFL pass attempt. It's complete to Michael Jenkins, and he breaks a big one. There goes Michael Jenkins. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 62-yard TD strike.
Very comfortable in the pocket.
8th play of the drive. They get a first down to the 42.
You've got one-on-one on the outside. This is where you want to throw it on the early downs.
End around to Mason. Double reverse. Picked up by Clayton. There was a huge block. Flacco will throw a block. Rivers can't make the tackle. He's going to go inside the 5 and down for a touchdown. What a run and what a play.
goal. Westbrook and Hunt, the split backs. McNabb, shallow pass. Westbrook, touchdown.
Up the field goal that ended the first half. Second down and goal now. And they're going to give the ball to the fullback this time, and that's Jason McKee, and he's in for the touchdown. The 5'11", 245-pound McKee takes it in, and Lovie Smith and Ron Turner, the offensive coordinator, with that gutsy 3rd and 1 call. You can see the frustration on.
Throw down here. Oh, boy. Touchdown. Corey Hall.
Consecutive losses when losing the turnover battle. And that one's intercepted. This time it's Nick Collins who's going to take it back to the house. And more salt in the wounds of the Detroit Lions today.
Wow.
A 40-yard interception return for touchdown.
Randy Moss came back and had a word or two with his quarterback. 3rd and goal. Vrabel's in. It's Morris up and in for the game's first touchdown. Sammy Morris. Some serious hang time for Sammy and the Patriots.
Surprise though, 3rd and 10, 3rd and goal at the 10, you try a draw play. So now here it is. Overtime if he scores, San Diego win if he doesn't. Cutler to the end zone. There it is. Overtime. Eddie Royal, the brilliant rookie from Virginia Tech. Oh, look at is Shanahan saying go for 2 here?
Looks like
they're going to go for the win. Overtime at home. This is for the possible victory. The throw is there. The Broncos win. Eddie Royal. Oh wait, 24 seconds. Excuse me, 24 to go.
The timing rules will be the same as we have in the 4th quarter. San Francisco, you get to call the coin toss again. So this will be heads and this will be tails. What's your selection? Tails. San Francisco has chosen tails. And it is tails. They want the ball. Yes. All right. Which end zone, which direction you want to play? Want to go that way? Okay.
Placed down by Lee. Nedney's kick this time is good.
That's a really, really big win for this 49er team. And Mike Nolan, early in the week, had said that even though...
A lot of missed opportunities for the guys in purple. Coming up on 6 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Manning up the seam. Reggie Wayne to the 5. Touchdown! Well, now we've got pushing and shoving. Jared Allen and a group getting going over there, but no flags have been thrown. Puts a man in motion, but the handoff and to the end zone is Dominique Rhodes. Boy, and that's about the first time today that Indianapolis ran the football and actually got something out of it.
Towards last of the half. It is 3rd down and 9 now as they come up from the shotgun.
We got the bunch over here, and this is another time that they like to come back and go to Hines Ward.
Roethlisberger, good protection, has time, goes to the end zone and goes right to Hines Ward for the touchdown.
Avant had 3 catches last week. Good, tough 3rd down receiver. McNabb loading up deep for Deshaun Jackson. He hauled it in. Oh, wow. Did he get over the goal line? Did he get over the goal line? Yes, he did. Touchdown.
After review, the runner lost control of the football prior to going in the end zone. By rule, the ball will belong to Philadelphia
This is almost like, do you remember the game? Was it in San Diego a couple of years ago?
Been used for this offense in short yardage situations, goal line situations. You know, right now on second down, it's a great time for play action, but I wouldn't be surprised if they come right back to Pittman again.
Lichtensteiger in motion. There is your play action, and there is a touchdown. Nate Jackson. Denver scores first.
Really 5 guys for 4 spots.
4 spots, so you just rotate them through.
Yeah, they're all going to play about the same number of plays. This is the 13th play of this drive. First down for the Eagles. McNabb looked end zone, goes underneath instead. Buckholzer at the 10, at the 5, hurdles, and in for the touchdown.
And now Miami sends Pennington out to the perimeter again, and it's Ronnie Brown. And they continue to gash the Patriots. Ronnie Brown is gone. Touchdown, Dolphins. He has just tied Miami's franchise record.
He's getting tired. We have the momentum. I just don't want to do anything to give the momentum back to them.
3rd and 20. Stepping up. Going deep, and again it is caught by Miles Austin for a touchdown. Tony Romo feeling the pressure, stepping up, then going deep downfield, and the second huge catch of the night for Miles Austin.
Taking a 34-0 lead at halftime. Cardinals came back, and the Jets had the answer. It'll be 4th down and 5. Cotchery went in motion. And Bard's pass wide open. Touchdown for the rookie tight end, Dustin Keller. Boy, a lot of these have been so easy, Baldy.
Well, he got a little motion, which said they're going to be a man-to-man. That's why he put Jericho Cotchery in motion. Once Brett saw man-to-man, he said, you know what, we've gotten the ball to our receivers. How about to a tight end?
And 6 touchdown passes for Brett Favre and a career.
Snap good, hold good, kick, good. Steelers win by that much.
What a turnaround. Throwing far corner of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Reggie Wayne. That is unbelievable. What a catch by Reggie Wayne. Did he get both of his feet?
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field will stand. The receiver's shin hit the ground prior to the knee. It is a touchdown.
A sputtering New England offense 2 weeks ago against Miami at home and having trouble early today in San Francisco. 3rd and long for Castle out of the shotgun. Looking for Welker. Rolls, and he's going to throw long for Randy Moss. He's open, and Randy Moss has a touchdown. What a throw by Castle on the stride to Randy Moss. A 66-yard score. 4th and goal. Bootleg. Got it. Touchdown, Justin Peele.
Well, that surprised me. It's hard to be critical when a play works like that, but the Green Bay Packers actually did a good job of covering that naked bootleg.
Vikings lead by 3. 13 seconds left. I think we'll see Reggie Bush go back on this kickoff here for the Saints.
I don't believe they will kick this deep no matter who is back there. Based on what has happened so far this evening on punts and kickoffs, the Saints have brought a lot of kickoffs back in good field position.
First of the game, excuse me.
Quick toss intercepted. Jaquay Parker, the defensive end. He's heading for the end zone. Touchdown. The defensive end dropped back in coverage and picked off J.T. O'Sullivan and has put this game away for the Eagles.
The defender, Rodney Harrison.
Yeah, but Harrison was actually saying to the official was offensive interference. He pushed off.
Yeah, he did. That's how he got open.
Yeah. Here's Darren Sproles in the backfield now, and they fake it to him. And Rivers steps up, and Rivers is going deep for Floyd. And Malcolm Floyd makes the catch for a touchdown. 49 yards, and they go to work on Delta O'Neal tonight.
5'11", 209, but I'll tell you what, he packs a big punch, and he's ran very hard today.
That's his 5th 100-yard game. 2 tight ends, first and goal at the 2. Miller's in motion, same side as Spaeth. Here comes Moore. Hit by Dahani Jones, and he bounces and backpedals into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown today. What a great free agent pickup, typical of the Steelers in the offseason. He knew Tomlin from Minnesota.
Stay with 3 tight ends, Clark Olson and Kellen Davis. Forte and McKee in the backfield. Forte, touchdown, just walks in easily as they block down well. McKee with a big block, and Forte takes it in, and the Bears widen their lead.
Getting the recognition that they have deserved for quite some time. This year, highly regarded as the best line in football, and I wouldn't disagree with that.
Giants moving the ball, the Steelers not here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down and goal, and there is Manning with a pass touchdown to Kevin Boss. The Giants finally score in the red zone and take the lead with 3:07 remaining in the 4th, leading by 6 now, 20-14.
Appeared to be a wrong call by the officials on a muff punt. It's 2nd down for the Eagles, who lead by 6. Westbrook again breaks through. Westbrook may go all the way. Yes, he does.
Yelled at each other. As I was watching them on the field, John Phillips yelling at his teammates, let's hang in there. The Saints love the power running game so far today.
So in the red zone again, Breeze. Again steps away, now flings it back to the end zone for the touchdown. That's Henderson. Touchdown, New Orleans. On the left hash, Baronis. This time, nails it.
It's airborne. It's long enough. It's long enough. It's good. The Bucs win. Bucs win. Bucs win in Kansas City. How about them Buccaneers? Matt Bryant kicks a 34-yard field goal to accomplish the greatest comeback in Buccaneer football history.
Dan Klecko. And it's going to be play action, and McNabb will get the touchdown. And he gets it to the lineman who is eligible for the score.
For the replay. Castle scrambles up the middle. 10-5, touchdown! They could let it run down then to the 2-minute warning. Maybe they could even get another play off before the 2-minute warning.
They do run it. They run it with Peterson, who stiff arms Bigby for the touchdown. And he did do it himself.
4th down and 5. Roethlisberger looked for a minute like, made it. Here he goes. Stepping away all kinds of time. Now here's the heave to the end zone. Washington is there, the tip twice, and the Colts come up with it. Melvin Bullock secures it, and the Colts win it.
8.5 to go in the opening quarter. This is the Giants' second possession. Their first ended in an interception, which the Eagles turned into a touchdown. And Manning guns it to the end zone on 3rd and 9, and it is caught by Burris. Brown on a corner blitz that time, and Manning hung in there and hits him for 17 yards and a touchdown.
Division. Snap is good, and Feely knocks it through, and the Jets have won it. In overtime, 34-31.
The defense react so they can't attack you.
San Diego off a come-from-behind victory last week against Kansas City. Had to hold their breath till the very end. Rivers, open. Jackson drops it, and Polamalu almost makes the interception. In fact, they play on the field as if he did. I thought it hit the ground. Polamalu is still on his feet. He's able to shake free from 3 hits and still going. Now he falls on his own. Slips at the 43, but we'll have to examine this. There's a flag on the back end.
After the interception, there are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal block in the back, number 57, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 51. The ball will be placed at the spot of the Steelers' foul. Their ball, first down.
Position you think there's no way he can still make the catch.
You just scoop it up. Just fingertips.
2nd and goal. Roethlisberger has his tight end for a touchdown, Heath Miller.
Opinion, there's a lot that you sometimes can gain when you lose because of the unique situation you're in. When you lose, it makes you go back and start paying attention to the details that you might not look at when you win everything.
Leon Washington near the goal line, and it's a touchdown signal. Jets punch it across. 4-yard touchdown run.
Has been benched here in the second half. They have had trouble punching in from 1 yard out. Bob still has it. Throws into the end zone. It's intercepted by Ed Reed. He gets away from Cobb, and he is still going down the sideline. Brent Selleck trying to cut him off. Reed needs one more block. He goes all the way. Touchdown! Smith puts it down, and Vinatieri's kick is good to win the game. And the Indianapolis Colts win it on a Adam Vinatieri field goal from 51.
Beating up on Al Harris and Charles Woodson and the rest of the Green Bay secondary. Thomas into the clear, and the Saints tie a record for the most points they've ever scored in a game. And the Louisiana leap in the Superdome end zone.
And now Hill on the sideline being looked at. 2nd and goal. Barber, that was easy. Touchdown.
So a 1st and goal to go. We'll spot it at the 6 with Chris Johnson, the running back. Johnson, wide open, untouched. Tennessee, 2 plays, touchdown. Off the McDonald fumble.
I thought from the very beginning, moving him out of the pocket, trying to establish a run, some screens, draws, McNabb taking off and running with the football. This was 5 years ago, Donovan McNabb and the Philadelphia Eagles.
3rd and goal from the 5. McNabb with time underneath. McNabb gets the touchdown. Deshaun Jackson. That little extra effort got him in. An offensive explosion for the Eagles on Thanksgiving.
Another injury that lost for the year. Marlon Jackson was the other corner for these Colts. Went out with a knee on IR earlier this season.
Some teams, injuries are excuses. Other teams are just opportunities for whoever's behind the guy that's hurt.
Sounds like Dungy's Colts, doesn't it? Anderson has it knocked away from behind. That's a loose ball and a live ball, and here come the Colts to take the lead with Robert Mathis making the big play again. Mathis, who was the star, forcing the fumble on Phillip Rivers that may have saved the victory for the Colts a week ago, and now he comes up with a possible game winner and a 37-yard return.
Over 100 yards rushing early in his third quarter.
And there's going to be an opportunity for a vertical here at some point because the Saints cannot let the Bucs just shove it down their throat.
2nd down and 6. A 4-yard gain by Dunn. And here is Garcia stepping up, and here's the shot. And the pass is caught. Antonio Bryant, touchdown! Coach, you were all over that one. On the very next play, a 39-yard touchdown pass. Garcia to Bryant.
On 2nd and goal, this is Russell straight ahead, touchdown. And Greg, I'll say this. Tennessee and the Jets have been garnering a lot of attention this year. I think this game is a game.
Wide receivers in. Chester Taylor now in the backfield. Adrian Peterson has now surpassed last year's rushing total. Big hole. Taylor's going to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Chester Taylor. Great blocking by the right side of the offensive line of the Minnesota Vikings. 17-yard touchdown run for Chester Taylor, and the Vikings take the lead.
Vrabel is in a tight end. But it's the dive by Sammy Morris for the touchdown. For the first time in Seattle today, the Patriots have the lead. Looking for Welker. They get him. The 2-point conversion to the mighty Mike Welker. What a player he is. You saw the hits he's absorbed to bounce back and play and come up with a 13-catch game.
3-0 Eagles, 2 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. Aaron Ross of the Giants has gone in for x-rays on his ankle. Kevin Curtis of the Eagles has gone to the locker room as well. 10th play of the drive for Philadelphia. The handoff to Westbrook. Westbrook breaks free. Westbrook inside the 10, the 5, touchdown.
2nd and 8. Romo throws high, intercepted. Townsend. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Runs, 32 passes, Kevin, for 440 yards against this Raiders defense.
Couple tight ends. Thomas is in there, 3rd down and 2. Lamont Jordan. Thomas with a good block, and there goes Jordan. Oh, he's going to come up and strike revenge on his former team, the Raiders. A 49-yard touchdown run. And David Thomas, who has seen very few snaps today at tight end, had a great block, and he had Lauren enjoy it with him.
Three receivers this side of the field for Buffalo. Lots of Jets down deep.
The Jets rushed one guy. Here come 2 guys late.
Lossman all the way to the end zone. It is intercepted at the goal line. 000s on the clock.
All game long. 3rd and goal from the 4. Roethlisberger, first option, shut down.
looking for a second, a third option, now throws it, man's there, is he in the end zone?
We have a touchdown.
It's a touchdown for Pittsburgh. 19 seconds. Flacco will go for the big ball. Yes, he does. Down the field, and he's intercepted. William Gay has it, and the Steelers are going to lay claim to the AFC North Division title. The next 2 weeks. Baltimore currently holds the second wild card by a tiebreaker over Miami and New England.
Probably looked like him when you were.
Well, the only thing that's gone poorly for the Eagles tonight, red zone trips. McNabb got one. Touchdown, Greg Lewis. His first of the year.
Wasted before that ball was snapped. They had to be ready right at the time the official wound the clock.
2nd and goal for Garrard. Under pressure, gets sacked by Dwight Freeney. They're out of timeouts.
Not happening. This game's over.
Keep in motion. McClain.
Here we go again.
McClain.
Here we
got
go
a first
again.
down.
Here we go again.
Needs a block. And LaRon McClain's going to go in.
I'm sorry, guys.
82 yards.
Marshall.
Unbelievable.
That return. So a grape has not been busted as of yet.
That ground is hard.
So from the 31, Chad Pennington sets his line. Great field position to open it up. He fakes to the fullback and gives to Ted Ginn on the reverse. And Ginn, plenty of running room. 10, 5, touchdown. Oh my, 2 plays and a quick Miami announcement here in Kansas City. 23-yard line. Thigpen goes to work. A quick hitter to Charles. Jamal Charles breaks into the clear at the 50. He has the speed. Can they catch him? 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Oh, he's tripped up at the 2-yard line by Jeremiah Bell. Bell saves the touchdown. Charles with one of the longest runs of the season for the Kansas City Chiefs, 76 yards.
They'll try to end it with a touchdown. Brandon Jacobs to the end zone and cementing home field for the NFC playoffs.
Happen. A new deal would eliminate all that conversation.
Squib kick by Akers. Here is Pac-Man Jones. And Pac-Man loses the football. Has it ripped out and the Eagles take over. And with 5 seconds left, they'll have an opportunity for a field goal by David Akers. A blitz. Marion Barber loses the football. Jose Leo Hansen on the return. Only Romo can get close to him. It's another defensive touchdown. Dawkins stripped another. Of the Arizona-Seattle game, Arizona play, and the Philadelphia Eagles didn't just win, they won. A blowout win at home over Dallas. We'll come back after the break. Enrico.
And here is Ryan Longwell's kick to try to win it for the Vikings. And the kick is good! The Vikings have won it and clinched the division championship. Final score 20-19 over the Giants.
According to the officials, they will first have to deal with the leaning goalposts at this end of the field. So now 1st and goal from the 2. Lamont Jordan, right side, touchdown. And in these conditions, that's huge. Under the bus, player. And there's a quick kick by Castle.
You gotta love Belichick.
And he gets the roll down to the 10.
Oh,
the wind continues.
Oh, it'll go to the 1.
The football to the 5.
It'll go all the way down.
Matt Castle, the best punter in the league today.
Down, played at Hawaii, so they had that run and shoot offense. June Jones, they throw it every down, and he took all that experience and the good teaching he got, and enabled him to really make a team, like we said, as a free agent.
First down. Toronto had a lot of praise for the coaching job by June Jones on him in college. They're going for Ginn here. Ginn pulls it in. Touchdown Miami. Right over Dwight Lowry.
Yes, and Watts got a little push off. Time to push perfectly. Almost got both arms extended.
From the right hash. Ball is placed down, and Casey's kick is good. With 1 second remaining, the Carolina Panthers take a 2-point lead.
Today, second down and 10 at the 33. Gradkowski.
It's picked off. Taylor, make that Carter. Touchdown.
Second and goal.
This is your jumbo package.
Tomlinson again. And Tomlinson is in for a touchdown.
And if he remembered the last time that this happened, he did remember it. And if you're in one of those playoff games and you lose it, you'll remember it for the rest of your life because there's no game next week.
Meanwhile, here is Hester putting an exclamation point on a Charger win. And Wilson now comes into the game on second down and 8. Wilson on the toss. And Wilson he's always had fumble issues, and there it is as he coughs it up, and Barry Church winds up with it. And that's what the Giants were talking about the other day with David Wilson. Trying to get him to carry the ball the way they taught Tiki Barber to carry it high and tight. Sure enough. Short drop by Romo. To the outside he goes, and it is Miles Austin for the touchdown. 2 Giants are there, makes the catch, cuts to the inside, and on a 1st and 30, the Dallas Cowboys get a 34-yard touchdown.
Most field goals, 52 across the NFL, and they are at the Green Bay 14. And that's why they have Randy Moss on the field right now, and a big reason why he's here. He should help them down here in the red zone. Second down and 9. Smith over the middle, wide open. And there is Randy Moss, their newest weapon, and in the red zone, off the sideline, into the end zone, his 14th career touchdown catch against the Green Bay Packers. Third down and goal. Smith, pass is caught by Vernon Davis for the touchdown. And a conversion on 3rd and goal by San Francisco. And Davis is rejected by the crossbar.
Game against Miami.
Leaping over and scores. And this time able to hang on. Sean Green, 27 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown.
Here, maybe looking for an end zone shot. You called it. And there it is for the touchdown. What an impressive opening drive of this 2012 season for Ryan and the Falcons. 3 catches on the drive for Julio Jones, including a touchdown.
Tight end is in. Peterson again. Diving for the end zone. His 2nd touchdown today. Gabbard. Vikings win.
the Patriots. Rookie free agent out of Ole Miss. Brady stepping up, throwing. He's got a target. He's got Hernandez for the touchdown. 23 yards to Aaron Hernandez. There's a fullback on first and goal. The fake to Ridley. Comes back to the end zone. And Gronkowski has the touchdown. Rob Gronkowski.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a touchdown.
A vertical passing game offense type of play.
Absolutely. You know, it just messes with that defensive end. You know, those pass rushers, they get their ears cocked back, and, you know, that's a play you want to run that situation.
Seen you run that at the Rams many a time. Fake it, go to the boot, straight back, touchdown, Bucks. Mike Williams.
Robert Griffin III, 6 for 6 on the Redskins' first possession. He fires downfield. He's now 7 for 7 as Garcon breaks free. Pierre Garcon will not be caught. 88 yards to number 88 for the first touchdown of RG3's NFL career.
16th play of the drive. Clay Harbor slot to the left. The second tight end. Here's Vick's pass, and it's caught. Touchdown by Harbor. So Clay Harbor, who was praised by Andy Reid as a guy you can trust.
A 2-minute drill.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is in there. Brandon Hughes is the nickel back. And Whedon's pass is going to be intercepted by Kurt Coleman. And Coleman goes down. And the Eagles, with the big interception, will take over with 1:05 to go and a 1-point lead.
Had the ball almost 5 minutes. 12th play of the drive coming up from the 6. Moreno. No shot, Moreno. Touchdown, Denver.
A lot of weapons.
Quick count. It is Rice to the right, to the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
Ravens are wearing Cincinnati out with tempo.
Inside the 10 in the first quarter. Rivers. Trouble. Not trouble. Touchdown, San Diego, Malcolm Floyd.
Big, tall, athletic receiver that he has a lot of familiarity with, obviously.
They're going to empty the backfield. Boy, he found the needle and threaded it to the tight end, the rookie Dwayne Allen. His first NFL catch is a touchdown.
A minute and a half to play. Battle with 68 yards on the ground and a touchdown. And they'll go for it here on 4th down. Rivers give to Battle. Battle powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego. Second one of the day for Jackie Battle.
They spread it out with 4 wide receivers. And they pass, caught, touchdown, Andre Roberts. So Cobb teams up with Roberts, as he did last week for the winning touchdown against Seattle. And they get the 2 yards that way after spreading it out.
Yeah, those turnovers happen in the progress of trying to win a game, but a huge factor in this one. I believe Shiano called timeout so he could get Eric Wright back on the field on a big 3rd down. Manning steps up. He's got Cruz. Hits him in stride. Victor Cruz. Time to dance.
We're where we are, 3rd and goal at the 1.
3rd and goal at the 1. LaShawn McCoy in the backfield with Michael Vick, who will operate from the shotgun. Keeping it. Touchdown.
A lot of time left on the clock.
Security away from the defender. That's a big thing.
Second down and 7. Wilson. Touchdown! Anthony McCoy.
Okay. No. Redskins out of field goal range. Makeable range.
Broncos rush substitutions in. On second and goal, Ryan rolls it, throws it. Ronnie White got him in.
They bring, as you can see, Dalton here to the bottom of your screen. And a Wildcat look. And back there is Mohamed Sanu, who will go deep, and he's got Green, and that's going to be all the way. What a way to start things here. They beat D'Angelo Hall. A 73-yard touchdown pass by Mohamed Sanu, a rookie out of Rutgers, who is a Wildcat.
Wade Phillips had that defense playing great football, and they continue to play it all season.
This is Charles, left side, running room, on his way, up the sideline. Can he outrun the defense? He is on his way and gone. No flags on the field.
The special teams coaches he's going to get a game ball today. No question. Detroit has closed that defense with a free safety, and they've got them all up now. Receivers are one-on-one. One-on-one.
What a catch, and he's going to go. Nate Washington over the back and scores over Jacob Lacey.
Leckler will hold it. Janikowski sweeps the leg. He's got it. Raiders win. Dennis Allen, his first victory as a head coach. Oakland has knocked off Pittsburgh. 34-31 the final.
6 seconds left. Would you take the field goal here, Coach Bill? Well, again, you have plenty of time to get the ball out. This is a 3-step drop throw right now. 3-step drop. Down he goes. Ball is loose. Arizona has it. Streaking down the sideline with a man to beat is James Sanders. Still on his feet. No penalty flag. Touchdown, Arizona.
Folk again for the win, and this one is good. The Jets have defeated the Dolphins 23-20 in overtime. Incompletion percentage. On first down, a pump fake, and now he takes off. And Potter is inside the 10, the 5. He dives and is in for a touchdown.
Rice is 6'4". Moore is 6'6". They're all to the right. Takes the lone receiver to the left. The Packers playing at the goal line. As Wilson scrambles to keep it alive. The game's final play is a Wilson loft to the end zone, which is fought for by Tate with Jennings simultaneous. Who has it? Who they give it to? Touchdown! Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Further review. The call on the field stands. Touchdown. Game is over.
Seahawks win in the most bizarre finish you'll ever see.
That's why John Barry threw the flag.
Second and goal. Brady on the move. Gonna run with it to the end zone for the touchdown.
Play fake. Brady.
Oh, touchdown, Gronkowski. Wide open.
For football today.
Brady on 3rd and 5. Going to lock it down the sideline. Has a man diving. Touchdown, Brandon Lloyd.
The fullback. 1st and goal. Here is Hunter. And Kendall Hunter is in for a 49ers touchdown.
I believe Joe is his 4th drop here this year.
Yeah. Now 2nd and 10. Rodgers flushed out to his left, stays upright, has a man, touchdown, James Jones.
And this time, Kynes' kick is no good, just short. Accurate enough, but just short. And those extra yards come back to burn the Giants. Victories by a composite 4 points.
That pass interference call is going to be discussed for a while.
Oh, yeah.
He's going against Champ Bailey today. Here in 1st and goal. Brady goes left side, and it's Walker's first touchdown of the season.
Making his NFL debut in that earlier series. Here's Ryan out of the shotgun. Throwing to the end zone of Julio Jones. He caught it, but it's signaled touchdown. He caught it while he was falling out of bounds. A great catch by Julio Jones.
Season, only 3 touchdowns so far. 3 wide receivers. Golden Tate has it, and a touchdown, Seattle!
Russell Wilson's pass complete to Golden Tate for the touchdown. Steven out.
Is every week he's gotten better, every week he's improved, every week he's beginning to figure it out. A bright future for the guy, he's very talented.
On 2nd and goal. Play fake. Manning, throw, touchdown. Victor Cruz.
Good snap, good hole. Steelers win it, and they're 2-2.
1. Honda to the end zone. Rudolph touchdown. His 4th touchdown reception of the season.
And that was the best throw Christian Ponder has made all day. It was absolutely perfect. And just when we thought the Vikings were going to take their foot off the gas, they took a shot at the back of the end zone, and Christian Ponder dropped a dart.
To play Jimmy Graham about 6'7". They love throwing him those alley-oop balls down the middle, and I don't know how you defend against either of them.
8 in the box here, at least for the moment, for the Chargers, and then they back off. Zone blitz. Breeze steps up, buys time, wide open, and there it is. Drew Brees to Devery Henderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Brees has just set a new NFL record by throwing a touchdown pass in 48 consecutive games. He passes the great Johnny Unitas, who set the previous mark 52 years ago.
For the win. And Hanson's kick in overtime is good. The Detroit Lions come back from a 10-point.
3-2 and 2-3 in terms of making the playoffs. 51% compared to 21%.
Seattle down by 6.
3-15. 3-15.
Again, a bootleg. Step and fire. Wilson separates it. Touchdown, Rice. Seattle an extra point away from taking the lead. A bomb from Wilson to Rice.
Put the ball was clear over there. They tried to stop that play. Instead, this is it. This is why we moved up in the draft to get you.
Third and 6 at their own 24-yard line. They're going to give us a good ways right here. Using the backfield with RG3s in the shotgun. Third and 6 from their own 24.
Step up, be a hero. Here we go.
Robert sends Fred Davis in motion to the right. Takes the snap. Scrambles up the middle. Breaks the tackle. He's to the 30. 35-40. Up the sideline 50. RG3. Electrified. Oh, the 30, 35, 40. And there he goes. Robert Griffin Jr. Can you believe it?
49ers just don't give up rushing touchdowns here at home. Manning keeps it. End zone touchdown, Victor Cruz. On its way.
And maybe the Packers are still adjusting to his loss.
2nd and 11, and Rodgers will throw. And is it one-handed? Yes, for a touchdown by Jones.
3-4, 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Rivers going left, and it's intercepted by Chris Harris, who's all the way home. What a comeback for the Broncos.
That's Eddie Royal again. These are very difficult option routes to anticipate when you're throwing it to a target that you haven't had a lot of history with. Kudos to the Denver Broncos. What did John Fox say to this football team at halftime? He probably said, hey, Manning, tell the defense to play.
17-yard line. Chris Johnson is the feature back. Johnson finds the hole. He can explode, and he does. Down to the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Titans. Well, Rich, coming in, as we talked about at the start, it's a matchup of two of the weakest defensive teams in the NFL. We're looking at 31 and 32.
Made the walk back over to the Ravens bench, but bouncing around, that's a good sign. It looks like he'll be back in the next chance he gets. 1st and goal. This is Arian Foster. Reaching. Touchdown.
Watch how fast this ball comes out. Skelton on the run. It's intercepted right into the hands of Harrison Smith. He's still going. Harrison Smith. That is a Viking touchdown.
You can do it occasionally, but again, he will eat you up if you give him time.
Well, they miss Graham, who's a tough mismatch, but they get Moore back after missing the San Diego game. 1st down on the Tampa Bay 48 for Breeze. Going to the air again and going deep downfield. And the pass caught by Joseph Morgan. And Morgan gets over for the touchdown. But then after the Giants could not keep their last possession, keep the drive alive on a 3rd down and 2. As Manning looks to Cruz. And he will race to the end zone.
Hilliard, the running back.
return. There's a fumble and a clear recovery by New England. Game is over.
And the New York Jets stand alone in first place now.
Romo going to throw it to the end zone. And it is a miracle touchdown for Bryant.
The receiver's hand touched out of bounds prior to him gaining possession of the ball. The pass is incomplete. It is 3rd down and 5 on the 30.
Three-man rush. Romo throws, and that's going to do it. The New York Giants go to 4-0 here at Cowboys Stadium, and they are 6-2 in command of the NFC East. A spectacular game for Witten, but Tom Coughlin's Giants win it 29-.
Stafford, quick throw. End zone.
Yes! Titus Young with a Lions touchdown.
Brady steps up, fires it, end zone, touchdown, Brandon Lloyd.
The head coach at Fresno State at the time.
Brady to the end zone, and Gronkowski, another touchdown.
The 37. Ryan going up on top, and Julio Jones. And Julio Jones near the goal line, touchdown, beating Asamoah, and then Nate Allen, the safety, for a 63-yard touchdown, and Ryan picking his spot perfectly.
5 receivers set from the gun. Moore gets rid of it to the end zone. Fasano, touchdown, Anthony Fasano. Matt Moore, perfect touch
of the 4th quarter. And Manning sliding and throws a wobbly pass, but it gets there anyway to Eric Decker for the touchdown.
At the 13-yard line of Kansas City. Rivers throw, back shoulder, touchdown, Malcolm Floyd. $13 for the score.
Corners, how do they do against that speed, especially Percy Harvin with the shallow crossing routes? Peterson. First down. Peterson. There goes Adrian Peterson. All the way down around the 1-yard line, Brandon Browner saved a Viking touchdown. 74 yards.
For Miami's D's, 3rd and goal at the 9. Wake is coming up the middle. Great reception. Reggie Wayne, touchdown Colts. Beautiful throw. About the only place where he could have caught it.
Martin back in as Ware goes out. Here's Martin. Straight ahead, Doug Martin. And Doug Martin is going to score in his hometown.
Need to do something to kind of stop the momentum that the Cardinals have been able to create.
They fake the handoff. Rodgers over the middle, has Crabtree. Behind the defense. Crabtree. Touchdown. No flags.
He is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Second and goal. Redmond weaving, reaching, and finding the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
She returned for touchdown. He now has 7 forced fumbles on the year. 36 in his career. Tiptoeing out of traffic is Tugler, and a touchdown pass once more to Marshall. So another turnover, leading
to another touchdown. Yes, indeed. A salute to you, Charles Tillman.
4 out of 4 throwing on this drive. Looks this way. That's complete. 5 out of 5. Inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown. Eric Decker.
First down.
And first and goal. To the end zone. Touchdown, Michael Turner. First touchdown of the night.
Thrown by the Saints. Pressure comes. Vic puts it up. Deflected and intercepted. Along the sideline, it's Patrick Robinson, who got a block, and Robinson is gone. It'll be 99-yard touchdown. Exactly. Flag back here at the 28-yard line.
After the interception, personal foul, low block against the offense, number 7. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So it officially will go down as a 98-yard interception return for Patrick Robinson, who gave up a couple of touchdowns last week and 2 deep balls against Denver.
Jacoby Jones will return this one from 5 yards deep in the end zone. And running room right up the side. And he is gone. Looks to be about 105 yards.
Wow. A 108 already against Dallas.
Down the field so they can get the ball into the end zone for a completion and a touchdown. Jones out of the backfield. Smith misses a block. Eagles miss a couple of tackles. Touchdown. Blitz off the edge. Bryce Brown picks it up. Going for it all. Wide open. Touchdown. Romo going for Bryant. Pass is caught for the touchdown. Penalty flag on the play, but it appears it's against Philadelphia.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Wow. In football the rest of the way. First down and 15. Here is Peterson with a burst. Peterson, first down. Peterson! He's going to go all the way. Touchdown with the high step. On second and 10, it's Chris Ivory cutting to the outside. He turns the corner. Picks up the Saints. First down and more. Ivory still going. One man to beat. Fakes off Dante Robinson. He is in for a 56-yard touchdown run.
Brady looking to throw. A floater. Gronkowski! He's got it! Touchdown, Patriots! The symmetry. Brady to Gronkowski.
Huge for Jeff Fisher and the defense. I mean, they were throttled against the Patriots in their last game. The Patriots were 6 of 7 down here in the money zone, the red zone. This will be big for their confidence and their psyche if they can get a stop here, the Rams.
Randy Moss, top of your screen with single coverage. They go underneath to Crabtree. Crabtree, touchdown. He's in the end zone. Rushing yards in the 4th quarter among all players in the NFL. And stretching into the end zone is Paulson.
Question in his 3rd year from Tiffin University. Play action, and Breeze going into the end zone, and it's caught by Lance Moore for the touchdown. So they've been running the ball to both Ingram and Ivory, and finally Lance Moore gets free for his 2nd touchdown catch of the game, and it's 34-10.
We talk about the efficiency of Breeze, 16 for 5.
They'll go no huddle. Once again, neither team with a timeout left here in this overtime.
Texans, a field goal or a score of any kind wins it.
Bubble screen to Johnson. Andre Johnson. Here he goes. Touchdown to cap a brilliant day.
Game to measure yourself against New England. McAfee, not nearly as good as the one that didn't count because of the penalty. Edelman gets free, and Edelman cuts back. He's down the sideline. Edelman still on his feet and takes it in for the touchdown. 68 yards, Julian Edelman.
He's gotten over that, and he is physically big time on top of his game again.
Back to that 3rd and 2 play, and it's Vereen full steam ahead and a touchdown.
How about that? If I didn't know, I think the Colts were just going to let him score there because the game was close.
Freeman, end zone. Panthers win. Buccaneers win. Dallas Clark has the touchdown.
Ball picks up the blitz. Manning. Decker. Touchdown.
They don't. This is for all of it to come. He makes an adjustment for the touchdown.
Drew Butler, a rookie from Georgia, is the punter. And here's Jacoby Jones, came over from Houston in the offseason. And Jones is inside the 40. Jones has one man to beat, and that's the kicker. And he is in for the touchdown. Jacoby Jones. And that's what he was noted for in Houston.
Graham. This time, look out. It is good, and just barely, but it's a winner for Houston.
But when he gets out there, you can expect him to be running vertically down the field, and I guarantee you, whoever's covering him, if they don't have help, he's going to run right by him.
From Waxahachie, Texas, runs a 4.42 40. Where's number 11? Griffin keeps it. He's got him downfield. Robinson for the touchdown. No flags. And back in the Dallas area after starting for SMU. Aikman called it. RG3 threw it. And the Reds
home worker. I'm not going to be able to keep up with him.
Well, years ago, we talked to Tom Moore, then at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive. And then going into the end zone is Steve Gregory, who's had an interception, 2 fumble recoveries, and a touchdown.
They like to aim at the far post from 38 yards away. Tucker sweeps the leg, and he knocks it through. The Ravens win. Somehow Baltimore finds a way. Ray Rice with one of the plays of the year in the 4th quarter to keep the drive alive, to get the game-tying field goal, and then in overtime.
2nd down and 10. Wallace. He'll start lateraling and throwing, and that is caught on the play by Sanders. He'll zigzag. He's hit by Ward. There's a fumble. It's recovered by Cleveland, and that's it. The Browns have beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers. how appropriate, turning the ball over on the last play.
Even though he rarely this year has been able to get home.
That's the first sack for either team in this game. Pass is tipped and picked. Dante Whitner off the hands of Colston, and Whitner is in for the touchdown. Colston made the hit. Whitner gets the interception.
Luck fires. Touchdown. T.Y. Hilton.
Missed 3 games earlier in the season. 3rd and 6, and Manning throws, and it's caught for the touchdown by Victor Cruz.
Newton on the run. Hand to the goal line. Second rushing touchdown for Cam Newton.
That slam, Newton, on a direct power off the left side, right behind their Pro Bowler, Jordan Grove.
And Sweezum's kick. And the Steelers have done it.
Like Jim, we said it many times, overall, he was really efficient today, sharp throwing the football, only had 1 or 2 bad throws in the whole game.
Threw for 200.
Ankle injury, Jordy Nelson is out with a hamstring, Joe.
Here's Peterson as he spins his way down inside the 30, down the sideline, and what a great start to this second half.
Of course, he's the focal point right now with the injury to TJ Lang.
They've been running to his side, starts, touchdown.
Here we go. Final seconds. Luck steps. Luck, a little flip. Donnie Avery. He's in. Touchdown. Indianapolis has done it. And Drew Luck has shocked the Lions.
Russell Wilson throws. Sidney Rice. Game over.
After review, the ruling of the field stands. The score, the game is over.
Touchdown, Russell Wilson to Sidney Rice. The Seahawks win on the road here in Chicago.
I think Mike Vick is, you put those two together, 2 very different styles, but money always plays a factor in this league, as we well know. Those 3rd-round picks sometimes a little cheaper.
2nd and 7. And they give it to Brown. And Brown loses the ball. The ball is loose. It is picked up by Claiborne. And Brown, who had 2 fumbles last week, puts it down on the ground, and the Dallas Cowboys turn it into a touchdown.
As well as Bryce Brown is.
Redskins looking to come from behind against the Ravens. This for the win. The Redskins, in overtime, have defeated the Ravens. 31-28.
Capital of the world. Skelton from his own end zone, and it's intercepted. There goes Richard Sherman. That is a touchdown. Leon Washington, and untouched into the end zone.
Where it's 3rd down and 17. And here comes everybody. Bowles has to get rid of it in a hurry, and one-handed catch is made by Jason Abad. Trying to avoid it on this play. Bowles, pass, and it's in there. Touchdown to Jeremy Maclin, and the Eagles will win.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. The receiver had 2 knees down
possession of the ball throughout the process of the catch. By rule, the extra point must be attempted.
Break. They will drop to 6 and 7 on the year. Final score, the Eagles 23, the Bucks 21. So for John Lynch and Jennifer Hale, Dick Stockton saying so long from Tampa. Stay tuned for America's Game of the Week after these messages.
Better.
Yeah, and that hasn't just been that 1 week after that game. That's been since that point on, almost recreating a scene from the movie The Program, where anyone was allowed to touch and knock the football free, and if that happened, everyone was in trouble.
Newton running. Newton gets to the corner. Cam down the sideline. Cam Newton. Hesitation. Still on his feet. Cam Newton. Touchdown, Carolina. What a play. Superman. And what a block by Steve Smith.
That's what happens. They get out on a perimeter. First and goal for the one as Peterson takes it in for a Vikings touchdown.
Off a 100-yard effort at Washington on Monday. Cruz. He'll dance. Touchdown.
This thing's going to come right down to the wire.
Toss to Wilson, running left. He's got room. He's got speed. He's got his third touchdown of the day.
The one. Richardson.
That's a touchdown.
Forward progress breaks the plane in the end zone. Touchdown.
Trent Richardson, even at this early point of his career, what looks to be a very long career, he is a very good short yardage back. He has got great balance, great awareness. He never gets off his feet unless you pull him all the way to the ground. He stays up.
Slam Newton in the national championship game.
Here's a fade to A.J. Green. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Or maybe throw it to A.J. Green.
Wait a second.
England finds the end zone. That'll have him knocking on the door of close to a 100-yard rushing game. Not quite there.
Screen. Ponder steps up. Ponder still running. Ponder dives. Touchdown, Vikings. What a play for the young quarterback. 10 at the 18. Here's the handoff. Adrian Peterson. Uh-oh. Watch out. A.D. sprinting. Touchdown, Minnesota. 82 yards. And you said, partner, it was only a matter of time. Doesn't see much action on defense. Primarily a special teamer. 1st and 10, and Romo goes down the middle and has the touchdown. Right on Golden. We told you he had just come in. Romo must have spotted it, and he went to his favorite target, Jason Witten, for the 17-yard touchdown. At victory. And the kick is good.
Sets, throws, end zone, it's Gonzalez for Falcons touchdown and a spike.
Critical play.
Ryan fires downfield for Jones in the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown. On the Giants' 3-yard line. Ryan to the end zone for Julio Jones. He's got it. His second touchdown today.
Downfield and left the hole underneath open. Flacco.
Intercepted on the far side of the field. Chris Harris down the sideline. Flacco trying to catch him and he won't get there.
Third down and 6, a blitz. Rodgers gets to the outside, throws for Cobb. What a catch! Randall Cobb with a great adjustment. Here's one, caught for the touchdown, number 3. James Jones, what a day he's having.
Start took over for Alex Smith before the Monday nighter against Chicago, and the pass to the end zone is caught by Randy Moss for a touchdown.
After the gain of 1, Johnson running left again, and the man who's had long touchdowns in his career could have another one. There goes Johnson, and they won't catch him. Touchdown, 94 yards.
Nobody hits the home run like Chris Johnson.
Ready?
He gets the carry and fights to the goal line. Touchdown, Toby Gerhardt.
Green 19, green 19. Ryan Grant again. Gonna look for the end zone on this side, and he finds it. Packer fans want to preserve the shutout. Walker throws, touchdown.
And that time Kenny Britton, I think, just standing all by himself in the end zone.
And the Packers improve to 11-4 on the season.
Flag go over the middle's got Rice, and Rice has got a touchdown.
Huber on the hold, and Josh Brown delivers it from 43. The kick is good.
Stay on my ass.
Chase Daniel will place it down. Hartley for the win. His kick is good. So the New Orleans Saints come away with the victory in overtime, despite the Cowboys coming back from 14 points down to the final 4 minutes. Dallas very much stays alive. There will be scoreboard watching with the Giants and Ravens.
8-13, a third down and 10. Look into the end zone, and spectacular. It is a touchdown into the corner to Santana Moss. 8 seconds left. Foles looking. This will be the final play, and he cannot get it away, and there is 1 second left on the clock.
That brings with it a 10-second runoff. The game is over.
The Washington Redskins will play for a divisional championship.
Saints defense in big trouble. Williams, he's been hot all day long, and he'll be hot again. Touchdown, Carolina. Nice leap over the cameraman.
It's that off-tackle power play that they've scored 3 times now on, where they pull the guard.
Still a 1-possession game at this point. Roethlisberger going end zone again. Touchdown! And look who, Plaxico Burress.
So, Chad Henne throws the pick, and on the run is the linebacker. There's that speed. Brown, you talked about him, draft choice from North Carolina, takes it the distance, and the Titans are an extra point away from tying the game. Virtually a whole half of football still to be played, so they got time to stay with their game plan. Here's an interception. This could go in. Picked off. Another defensive touchdown by Zach Brown. And a bad situation for the Jaguars becomes horrendous. Well, that will do it. Final score, the Tennessee Titans rallying back from that blowout loss at Green Bay, 55-7, to win today, 38-20.
Delayed handoff, Peterson. He makes it look easy. Touchdown. Keeps it, flips it, he's got it through the air. Touchdown, Adrian Peterson. He and Walsh have put the Vikings into the playoffs. welcome in a new audience. And you're joining us for the celebration.
They pull it down, and DeMarcus Ware telling us last night that is the hardest part. That play you just saw is the hardest thing that they do in this offense to stop.
In field goal range at the 33. Morris exploits a hole. There he goes. Morris to the end zone. Touchdown. And opt to kick the field goal. Morris, can he get in? And he does. Touchdown. So Morris cements it. The Redskins will go to the playoffs.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Did
the ball come out?
It did, and they're pointing towards the Dallas Cowboys here.
That was the indication. There was a touchdown. There's the touchdown signal coming in from the line judge. He signaled touchdown. Of course, whether it's a turnover or scoring play.
Plane of the goal prior to the ball being loose. It's a touchdown.
It's within 2 minutes. Of course, all